NSFAS, yeah, I said about 5 months ago, Deputy Minister, that we are not minister and deputy ministers of NSFAS, and that our focus will be to ensure that we stabilize the institution. I think that discussion, we should leave it out for today. But there are things which I want us to focus on, because the NSFAS remains very critical. So for 2026, and these are important numbers, 626,935 first-time applications are going to be funded and have been informed, verified by the National Student Financial Aid Scheme, both at universities and also at TVET colleges. Just check, Wasim, what the numbers were last year. Secondly, that 427,000, 144,000 continuing university students who met progression criteria will also be funded. So essentially, the NSFAS will be funding 1 million students. 1 million students who are going to be getting their, some of them student accommodation allowance, some of them who are going to be getting transport allowance, and so on and so forth. I need to say this. I asked the CEO of NSFAS last week as to how much do we spend as the South African people on each of the students. And he says if we remove the UNISA students, it goes up to 120,000 rands on average. So the South African people through the state is giving each of our students who are going to universities, to TVET colleges, about 120,000. Now, this is a huge investment. And so when we hear news that 72%, right, of these students have actually passed, and passed very well, and that they are progressing, this is very, very good news, because it speaks against the narrative that we're giving students free bursaries and that they're going to waste it. And yes, there are other issues. There's issues of gambling, there's issues of alcohol abuse, and so on and so forth. But those are isolated areas. 74% of these students who are funded by NSFAS have passed. And I think it's cause for celebration. Yes, it must be more. It must be, more this number, and it will be more. But I think the fact that we have this many who have passed is cause for celebration. Some of them are busy now writing their supplementary exams, so that number might actually increase. So this is actually cause, I think, for us for celebration. But in terms of student funding, that's not the only pool. Our SETAs continue to play a critical complementary role. In the 2025-26 cycle, over 15,000 new bursary beneficiaries and nearly 8,000 continuing beneficiaries are supported. So many of our students are also getting bursaries from SETAs to the tune of about 2 billion rand. This diversification of funding sources reduces over-reliance on NSFAS, and we believe strengthen the systems. We're discussing with the National Skills Fund on how we can extend opportunities for funding of students. Deputy Minister Dube Ngube is also consolidating our international scholarship portfolio, and we believe that that also has an impetus and will make an impact.